Over 10,000 years ago, a remarkable event changed the course of the human history forever. Humans, who have roamed the earth as the hunters and the gatherers, stumbled upon a way to cultivate the land, and the world has never the same again. This event, known as the Agricultural Revolution, marked the beginning of human civilization. It allowed us to settle, to grow, and to build. But today, we're exploring an important question. Did humans really tame crops and animals, or was the other way around? Before we dive deeper into that, let's take a step back and imagine what life was like before the agricultural revolution. For 10,000 years, thousands of years, humans lived as hunter-gatherers. Every day was about survival. They moved constantly, following animal herds or searching for edible plants. Food was scarce and unpredictable. There was no storing or growing food, no permanent homes. In this world, hunger was a constant companion, and each day was a battle to find enough food just to survive. In this environment, humans were nomads. They couldn't stay in one place because food stores would run out. This nomadic lifestyle prevented the development of complex societies. It's hard to build a city when you have to move every few weeks just to find food. Some historians estimate that early humans spent up to 60% of their daily energy on simply finding food. One day, something changed. The story goes that a man looked down and found wild wheat growing. Over time, early humans began to realize that if they saved seeds from wild plants and planted them near the settlements, they wouldn't need to wander as much. This was the spark that ignited the agricultural revolution. This discovery of agriculture didn't happen overnight. It took generations of humans to refine this new skill, but eventually humans went from relying on nature's unpredictable bounty to controlling their own food supply. They tamed plants like wheat and corn and domesticated animals like cows, goats, and chickens. With the steady supply of food, something incredible happened. Humans could finally settle down. Instead of hunting every day, people would live in one place, grow their own food, and even store it for future. This freed up time for humans to focus on other things besides survival. Not everyone needs to be a farmer anymore. New roles emerged: builders, artists, musicians, and inventors. This was the beginning of specialization. People started to create art, build permanent homes and civilizations, form governments, and even develop early forms of trade. Cities began to grow, and with them came culture, knowledge, and innovation. Did you know the first known city, Jericho, dates back over 1100,000 years ago and had walls built around it, likely for protection? But here's we arrive at an important question. Did humans really tame wheat, or did wheat tame us? On the surface, it seems that humans control plants and animals. After all, we grow crops, breed livestock, and choose what lives and what doesn't. But let's think about this for a moment. To grow crops, humans had to drastically change their way of life. Instead of hunting for food, we began tied to the land. Farming wasn't easy. It was a back-breaking work. People have to tend to their crops daily, and a bad harvest could mean starvation for everyone. Humans were no longer free to roam. They had to stay near the fields to protect and care for their crops. Some researchers even suggest that early humans were less healthy than their hunter-gatherer ancestors because of the physical toll farming took on their bodies. Studies of ancient skeletons show that early farmers were often shorter and had more signs of wear and tear on their bodies than their hunter gatherer counterparts, constantly bending over and repetitive tasks took a toll on their health. It's a strange paradox, isn't it? As humans tamed crops, they became bound to them. Wheat may have flourished under human care, but in doing so, it also shaped human society. In many ways, we became servants to the crops we cultivated. And while agriculture allowed civilizations to grow, it came with its own challenges. Droughts, pest invasions, and crop failures became new enemies. Famines would devastate entire populations. Societies became dependent on their ability to control the land, and wars were fought over fertile regions. The rise of agriculture also saw the rise of social hierarchies. The division of labor led to classes of rulers, farmers, and workers, which increased inequality. Fast forward to today, and we see just how far agriculture has come. Modern technology allowed us to farm on a scale our ancestors could never have imagined. Machines now do the heavy lifting, and most of us don't even think about where our food comes from. But the relationship between humans and crops remains unchanged in some way. We still rely heavily on the land to survive. Today, just a handful of crops, wheat, rice, and corn, make up over 50% of the world's food supply. So, in the end, did we tame wheat or did wheat tame us? The agricultural revolution undoubtedly changed the course of human history. It gave us civilizations, cultures, and technologies we never imagined before. But it also bound us to the land in ways our hunter gatherer ancestors could never have imagined. As we look to the future of farming, it's worth remembering the complex intertwined relationship between humans and the crops we cultivate. Thanks for watching, and if you found this exploration of the agriculture evolution interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment below. Do you think humans tame wheat, or did wheat tame us?